Hello, I wanted to chat with you about the pits. Okay, so this is the Pitty Party for 2 because I want to educate about the health of our armpits and what that plays into our overall health. So a couple statistics if you aren't aware. Only 10% of cancer is hereditary. That leaves the other 90% of cancers to environmental factors. It's not just oh, you got bad luck, you got cancer kind of thing. Okay. Then the other statistic, 1 in 8 women will have to take that journey with breast cancer. It's the second most common cancer in women. The first being skin cancer. So that ties into all of this as well. And why do we want to talk about the pits? There are more than 20 lymph nodes that are in your pits or connected to your pits, okay? And if you're not familiar, the lymphatic system, it's kind of like the garbage disposal per se of your body. It's meant to clear out and fight infection, and our armpits is kind of like the end result we need to dispose of those toxins, okay? So a lot of us are like, well, we don't want to be sweaty. We kind of need to be sometimes, okay? Because that is the toxins releasing out of your body, okay? Same thing with smell, but a lot of the smells we can fight, so don't get discouraged there. All right, so covering my notes, make sure I get this all. So as I mentioned, the lymphatic system is part of your immune system, okay? So as long as you can keep that lymphatic system healthy and happy, that really helps in so many aspects of our health. And as I mentioned, the armpits are kind of a detox exit for the lymphatic system of your body. So here's one example is that anybody that takes a science class in college and gets to experience the cadavers, occasionally you will see their armpits are kind of like a gray or silver because that's all of the aluminum that came from deodorant on there, okay? So we don't want any more aluminum. We want to get rid of that aluminum because it's very unhealthy. Aluminum's been tied back to a variety of illnesses. Okay, so aluminum we want to avoid. Parabens, and parabens is the suffix of the word, so there's multiple parabens out there that we want to avoid. So parabens have been found in many breast cancer biopsies that have been taken because they disrupt the hormone system. They can harm fertility with a slew of other bad outcomes, shall we say. And then another top ingredient to avoid when it comes to deodorant or armpit health would be phthalates. You probably are not going to ever read phthalates on an ingredient label. Sometimes companies will mention that it's phthalate free. That's a step in the right direction. So phthalates are typically found in fragrance or perfume, which will be listed on the ingredient label. Phthalates will, again, be a hormone disruptor. I will talk about hormone disruptor here again because hormones are kind of what make our body function. All right. Also, phthalates been linked to asthma, type 2 diabetes, breast cancer, hyperactivity disorder, and a slew of other things. And phthalates are a good way to explain phthalates is especially like with lotion or perfumes or hand soaps, air fresheners. Phthalates are what's going to make that smell last longer, sit in the air per se. It just amplifies that scent. So that's kind of one way to look at that. So we want to throw ourselves a pity party, okay? We want to be able to detox our armpits. We want to use a healthier deodorant that's not going to have that aluminum, parabens, phthalates, and all of the other junk that's clogging our pores and not letting our body to properly breathe and detox for a healthier life, okay? So I'm going to walk through kind of the 4 steps I've found. There are some other steps we can always throw in there to help, but these, and technically, well, yeah, it is 4 steps. And these 4 steps you're going to do, and it's, I would say, a 3 or 4 month supply, and so do it, run through it for that long. I'm your phone a friend when you have questions. Because it really does work. I made the switch in 2016, and I haven't gone back. Do I still occasionally have some bumps in the road, and I'm like, oh, a little bit more smellier today than I was before? Yes, but again, what we eat impacts our smells that come out as well. Our hormones, most of the time, hormones change every 7 years, but then we also have the other things to play into that can make the hormones change as well. And with that, you know, things in the body change as well. Okay, so our first step is we want to clean the pits, okay? So this is a charcoal detox soap, so that's good. Pull out some junk in there, and then there's also lemongrass essential oil in there, which is good for cleaning and fighting that bacteria. Another recommendation would be tea tree bar soap is really good. That tea tree is antifungal, antibacterial, because that's what we want to do. It's the bacteria in the pits that causes the stink. It's unless you're eating a very large amount of onions or garlic most of the time, the pits won't actually stink. It is that bacteria. So we want to keep those armpits clean. I can take this out. So what I do is I just cut small chunks off of the bar and then clean the pits. And so my recommendation, you just need a really good cleanser for under the pits. Keep those pits clean and keep that bacteria down. Okay, so then step 2, this only needs to be done 1 to 3 times a week, but I really I still do it now, but in the beginning I wish I would have maybe done it sooner in the process. And that's just exfoliating. This is a sugar scrub. Massage that sugar around in the area to exfoliate. That gets away some dead skin. Some people say that the aluminum escapes your skin. I'm sure it possibly could because we are detoxing that area. And it just makes your pits feel better through the whole process. And then, it's also a good time to do that self-exam as well. As you're massaging it, the sugar scrub, you can use it from the neck down, and so you can just pamper yourself as you're going through this as well. And plus, the other thing with exfoliating, that removes the dead skin, and that's going to allow the next step to be able to penetrate. And then removing that dead skin also helps detox that as well. Get all of that junk out of the way. We just want to be healthy and clean and clear. Okay, so step 3, I still do this to this day, and that's just taking one of the balms. So I have, this is Healing Elements Balm. This is what I started with. Just applying to the pit after you shower. Let it absorb in. The thing I love about the stick is it looks like a deodorant almost, so it's super easy. Just rub it on there. probably in the last year or so, I've switched to Restore Balm. And what I have found with this is, so there is frankincense and myrrh in here. I know, good little combo there. I am enjoying this better. What I have noticed using this is my pits actually like have cleared up. I don't know if you've ever experienced that, where your pits are just a kind of weird color tinge to them per se. So my pits have cleared up in that sense. And then also this has really helped reduce on any stink on those certain days that happen. And this is here again, it's just kind of repairing the under armpit, providing moisture, because a lot of times what happens, even though we think we're sweating all of the time, we still need to have it moist, I know, it's that word, but hydrated in there, because our skin is our largest organ, mostly water, we need to keep hydrated. And there's other tons of awesome uses for these balms, so they come in handy. Same thing with the body polish, is you get all kinds of other uses out of it, so you're getting all kinds of added benefits out of multi-person products, and they're lasting a long time, and you're getting healthier pits. All right, so we come to that stage, it's time for deodorant. You know, everybody has their preference. Got sticks. This one is a magnesium-based stick, so there's no baking soda in it. We do have a couple sticks that have baking soda in it. Awesome thing is a 60-day exchange policy, so you get to try it at home. Like, you literally use the products, make sure they work for you, and if they don't, then we can swap it out so we get something for you to be able to work with. Now this one scares some people. It's a deodorant paste. You can see it in there. And literally you take your little spatula and you get the tiniest little amount, probably not even a pea size, and you massage it into your armpit. It's kind of what's shocking is how little amount of deodorant that you actually need to use. I know I was the one that was just smearing it all over in the armpits, but you really don't need a ton if you are keeping your pits healthy. So those are my tips for the Pitty Party for 2, because we got 2 armpits, we got to take care of both of them, and to make them healthy and happy, because then that impacts the rest of your body as well. So if you have any questions, you know what to do, drop them down below, or if you don't want to ask them out loud, you can certainly message me, or just comment that you have a question and I can shoot you a message. It's a little fun feature that's down in the comments there. So I will end up sharing a blog post in here, so if you want to be able to read through that, just comment blog and I can get that to you once it goes published. And thank you so much for learning a little bit more about the Pitty Party, and look forward to answering all your questions. All right, bye.